And now, Mike's thoughts.
Let me tell you what's flat out wrong with youth sports right now. Too many coaches out there are chasing plastic trophies instead of building real players. You got grown-ass men, grown-ass women treating 5, 10, 11, 12-year-olds like it's the SEG championship, screaming from the sidelines, calling trick plays, stacking the rosters to say, hey, we're champions, baby, and for what? So you can puff your chest after at the pizza party, so you can brag on Facebook that you won a travel ball tournament in July? Come on, baby, slow it down. Here's the problem. When winning becomes the only goal at the youth level, development gets tossed in the trash. The kids who need to step up and reps the most, they're still sitting on the bench. The athletes who need to fail to learn from them, they're not even given that chance. Instead, they're so-called stars getting all the snaps, all the touches, all the minutes. While half the roster collects splitters, this isn't coaching, that's chasing clout. And let's be flat out honest. Those youth championships, they don't mean a damn thing from 5 years from now. Those plastic trophies are going to collect dust in the garage or end up in a yard sale. What actually lasts is the skills that is taught, the work ethic you installed, and the passion you kept alive in those kids. If you burn them for chasing wins at 12, don't be shocked when they hang their cleats up at 14. Youth sports are supposed to be about teaching discipline, teamwork, and fundamentals. They're supposed to be giving every kid a shot to grow, to improve, to find that they love the game that keeps grinding from the high school and maybe beyond. But instead, too many coaches are turning into wannabe Nick Sabans. And newsflash, you're not Nick Saban. You're supposed to be teaching these kids how to block, how to communicate, how to bounce back from mistakes, not drawing a 2-minute drill for bragging rights at the local rec center. If your number one goal isn't preparing every single kid on that roster to make it to the next level, you are failing. Winning is fine. It's fun. I get it. It's motivating, and the kids should want to compete. But when you sacrifice growth of a scoreboard, you are not a coach. You are an ego trip with a whistle. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw, steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off, get it hype. This man, our sport talk. Yeah, from the quarterback to the lineman, everybody bringing heat. You don't really wanna try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Guys, welcome to Man Hour NFL Talk, your go-to spot for live, raw, uncut NFL talk coverage, and glad you're rolling with us today. But before we jump into today's action, guys, I want you to head over to manhourradio.com. That is where you find your exclusive merchandise. Check out the freshest blogs and everything that's happening with the show. If you're rocking with the Man Hour, guys, that is a spot to rep it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe so you never miss a live interactive show as well. That's the easiest way to stay plugged in with us. But if you want the full experience, guys, become a Pigskin Pundit. Our members-only community. You get free entry into all the weekly NFL pick'ems, giveaways, exclusive merchandise, and, of course, bonus live streams for only the Pigskin Pundits get. So if you want all that next level access, guys, join the squad. Now remember, this is a live, interactive show. Drop your thoughts, drop your opinions, and your hot takes down below in the comments. I want to hear from you today. But guys, bear with me today as we are battling through this voice here. It is the middle of football season and allergies, and my voice comes and it goes. It goes and it comes. It comes and it goes. And right now, it is going. It is going away fast, guys. So I'm sorry about the voice today. I got the microphone turned up, so there's going to be a little less excitement, a little bit more just lay back and chilling today. But today we're going to talk about Micah Parsons. We got to talk about Micah Parsons being injured. We're going to talk about the Colts not trading Anthony Richardson. We got, Cold Hard Facts. We got Aaron Rodgers. We got a little bit of New York Football Giants. And, of course, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Travis freaking Kelce. What is up? What is up? What is up? But if you guys are down in the comments below, let us know. Like my man, Alpha Rob. Alpha Rob says, what up, Buck? What's up, Alpha Rob? What is up, brother? Hopefully you're having a good day, guys. So let's go ahead and power through this great show because we got a lot to talk about over here on the Man Hour NFL Talk. And that's exactly where we're going to start it, guys. We're going to start off up at the top. We are going to start off with the Green Bay Packers. Packers fans, NFL fans, we are excited about Micah Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers. He's going to go make it to the Super Bowl. Hold it, throw it down, baby. We got to pump those brakes on that Super Bowl hype train just for a second. We got to reel it back, Green Bay Packers fans. We need to understand that Micah Parsons may have just fleeced the entire NFL. Because as you guys know, Micah Parsons just became the highest non-paid quarterback in NFL history. The guy the Green Bay Packers just gave $188 million to. And it's already dealing with issues, right? He has an L4, L5 face-it joint sprain, a.k.a. he has a hurt back. It's not a rolled ankle. It's not a jammed finger. It's a back injury. And those magically don't go away. What is going on in Green Bay? You guys signed your man. He's getting all the money. We're going to the Super Bowl. Oh, shit, my back hurts. First thing that come to mind, where's that physical? Did you guys not do a physical? Did you not ask him? Did you not ask the obvious question? Like, hey, man, like how's your back? How's your knees? How's your ankles? Like how's your hands? Guys, here is the deal. Before Dallas Cowboys shipped out Parsons, they had him on prednisone and physical therapy just to get him moving. Now in Green Bay, the Packers might need to hit him with some injection this week to get him on the field for Sunday's opener against the Detroit Lions. Think about that. 8 days after the trade, and they might have to shoot him up to play. What is going on? At Monday's practice, guys, Micah Parsons was limited. He got in a couple reps and said he'll ramp it up Wednesday and Thursday, but still, the dude's clearly not 100%. And this isn't some random death piece we're talking about. This is the guy they expect to be the difference maker, the generational pass rusher, the missing piece to turn Green Bay Packers defense into a championship unit. And look, the energy is real. Rasheed Walker, Micah Parsons' old Penn State teammate, basically declared the Packers Super Bowl champions on social media the second the trade went down. Rashad Gray is fired up, saying that this is going to be the most scariest, that this will be scary for all offenses. Nate Hobbs is out there calling Micah Parsons a generational talent. That's all great until you realize those words mean nothing if Micah Parsons can't back it up or hold it for 17 games plus playoffs. Guys, face it. The face-it joints or sprains aren't something that you just tape up and you go play. They linger. They flare up. They need consistent treatment day after day, week after week. And for the Packers, who just gave up 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, this is a major risk. You don't want to be sitting here week 10 asking, did we just mortgage the future for a guy that can't even stay on the field? Guys, here is my take. If Micah Parsons is healthy, the Packers defense can absolutely be terrifying. No question about it. You bring Micah Parsons as an elite pass rusher. He's not going to stop the run, but he can pass, he can rush the quarterback very, very well. There is no question. But the problem is you don't erase back issues with the fat contract. You don't erase back issues with injections. You don't reach a back issue with just rest. Back issues just don't go away. They're always there. And Green Bay Packers better hope this injection works, because if they're already patching him up before week 1, this is a massive red flag for the season. So let me guys ask you this. Do you guys think Micah Parsons' back issues is going to derail the Packers' Super Bowl hopes, or is just a minor speed bump and he'll be dominant once the season gets rolling? Guys, comment down below. This is a live interactive show. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. And I want to hear you talk about good or bad about Micah Parsons. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Remember, we are live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here on said platform. But let's get into the comments and see what the people are talking about. Alpha Rob says, let me be very, very clear about this. He says, let me be clear. Let me jump up. Where's the chat overlay? Wrong button. There we go. He says Micah Parsons is overrated. Like Alpha Rob, I'm not for sure if you can hit the hammer, hit the nail right more like on the head more clearly. Micah Parsons is arguably the most overrated defensive end, edge rusher, linebacker, whatever category you want to put him in the entire NFL. Guys, I have been telling you this for the last couple seasons. How do you defeat Micah Parsons? Run at the motherfucker. Run at him. Run screen passes. Run at him. The minute you want to step back and pass it, that's when Micah Parsons becomes dominant. You fight fire with fire. Detroit Lions, use your Sonic and Knuckles. Run at Micah Parsons. Minnesota Vikings, take Aaron Jones. Run at Micah Parsons. Chicago Bears, take DeAndre Swift or whoever the hell you got back there now. Run right at him. That's how you beat Micah Parsons. Run at him. He's soft. He don't want the contact. You don't want the contact. And Alpha Rob says, look, Jerry Jones is looking smarter than people think. I think Coach Rowe just started talking again. What are you doing, Coach Rowe? That's what that is weird. Alpha Rob saying, looking like Jerry Jones is smarter than people think. Yes. So clearly the Dallas Cowboys knew about Micah Parsons' injury. Clearly they knew about his injury. So when Dallas Cowboys fans are saying, the Dallas Cowboys offered Micah Parsons a $40 million a year contract for 5 years or for 4 years. I think it was, whatever, right? He says, no, I want this, this, and this. Okay, see ya. You're not healthy. Hell, you may not even play week 1 for us. Get out of town. Jerry Jones just fleeced the entire of the NFL. Micah Parsons just fleeced the Green Bay Packers. Dallas Cowboys are coming, baby. They coming.
What up, man? You're sounding like that weekend in Kansas City catching up with you.
Oh, man, River. I don't know. Can you guys hear the chat read or not? Let me know. But Old Man River says, what up? You sound like you spent your weekend in Kansas City catching up with you. Now, it's the wife's birthday, allergy season, plus football season. Man, my voice is going to be gone till at least week 5. That's just what it is. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is.
Packers wasn't and hashtag 039. T going to the SB if Parsons is healthy or not.
I need to shut that off. We need to shut the sound off. There we go. Maybe that will do it. Will that do it? No offense, Coach Rowe, but we're not listening to you today. My bad, guys. Alpha Rob says the Packers weren't going to go to the Super Bowl even if Parsons is healthy or not. Alpha Rob, you need to slow it down, baby. You need to slow it down, baby. Because if you look at the rundown over here on the right side of our screen, right? See a little thing that says NFC North? The NFC North is wide open. The NFL is wide open. The Green Bay Packers probably had a really good shot of going to the Super Bowl with or without Micah Parsons, honestly. Now, honestly, their Super Bowl window was they had room to grow, right? They had room to grow. They had room to flourish. They had room to make it to the promised land, 100%. But on the other side, the minute they signed Micah Parsons to a $188 million deal, that Super Bowl window all of a sudden became like a 2-year window. Let's just be honest. Their Super Bowl window now is slamming shut, just like the 49ers. The minute the 49ers paid Brock Purdy, got rid of old Debo, right? The Super Bowl window shut. Green Bay Packers, you had this big window. Jordan Love's young. Matthew Golden, Jalen Reed, they're all young. Divas is pretty young. Hell, I think they had the youngest team in the NFL for the 3rd year in a row. All of a sudden, he goes, smack, baby. Because you want to give Micah Parsons all this money for a washed-up whack job with back injuries now. Green Bay Packers fans, y'all got fleeced. It is what it is. On the surface, I said, hey, both teams won this trade. I like what the Packers are doing. I like the Dallas Cowboys getting 2 first-round picks. As long as Steven and Jerry Jones don't F up those 2 first-round draft picks next year and the year after that, the Dallas Cowboys won this trade hands down. Hands down, they won this trade. Old Man River
Green Bay wild card 1
says
unless they play Dallas.
says the Green Bay Packers. Let me go. I thought I muted that. My bad. Green Bay Packers wild card, one and done unless they play Dallas. That is tough. That is tough because for the Green Bay Packers to play the Dallas Cowboys as a wild card, that means the Dallas Cowboys have to win the NFC East. And I'm telling you right now that the Dallas Cowboys are not winning the NFC East. Probably tomorrow, maybe Thursday, we are going to be talking about some type of spoiler or like dark horses from worst to first type of situations. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about the New York Giants coming up here, guys. Do not sleep on the New York Giants. But if the Green Bay Packers play the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card game, well, I guess the Packers could be winning the NFC North and the Cowboys play the wild card game. Like whatever, right? I guess that could happen. But if the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs, they're going Super Bowl, baby. If the Dallas Cowboys make the Super Bowl, Old Man River, they go into the Super Bowl. Not only are they going to the Super Bowl, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Wrap your head around that, baby. They're going to win the Super Bowl if they make the playoffs. But what are you guys' thoughts? Let me ask you guys this question one more time. Do you think Micah Parsons' back issue is going to derail the Green Bay Packers Super Bowl hopes in 2025/2026? Or just a minor speed bump? Guys, let me know down there in the comments below. Alpha Ra. Old Man River says, it's the cough meds talking, bro. Listen, I've gone through 3 bags of cough drops. I've gone through coating cough syrup, right? A little bit of purple drink. I got some OJ right here. This is what, 25 ounces of OJ? Yeah, 25 ounces of OJ. I've gone through 1.5 of these. And my voice comes and it goes. And it comes and it goes. And earlier, if I was talking soft, my voice is good. Just like now, right? Now my voice is good. But once I start talking, it starts crackling again. Then I got to get louder. And then it's there. And I got to keep fluctuating. Got to keep fluctuating with the old voices over there. So it is what it is at the end of the day. But guys, let's move on to the Indianapolis Colts. The dumbest organization in the entire NFL is the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts, what are we doing here? Let's call it like it is. Guys, let's call out the spade in the room. Let's call the elephant out in the room. The Colts made a mistake drafting Anthony Richardson 4th overall in the 2023 draft pick. Let's just call it. And instead of admitting it, they're doubling down on their mistake. They're too scared just to say they reached, too scared to cut the bait, and now they're risking walking away with absolutely nothing. Guys, the Colts has said they're not trading Anthony Richardson this season or next season or the year after that. That is what they said. That's what Chris Ballard has come out and said. They're not trading Anthony Richardson. But let's look at this. Daniel Jones, yes, that Daniel Jones just beat out Anthony Richardson for the starting quarterback job in Indianapolis. Think about that. A guy the Giants literally tossed aside into camp, complete, and won the job. And now the Colts are standing in the front of microphones with GM Chris Ballard saying, oh, yeah, no, we're not trading him, meaning Anthony Richardson. Instead of owning up to reality, they're spinning it with lines like, oh, he's still growing. He's still learning how to be professional. There's value of him sitting behind a vet. Give me a break. That's not development talk. That's excuse talk. Guys, the reality is the Colts don't want to admit that they botched it. They gambled on Richardson athleticism, passed on safer picks, and now 2 years later, they're sitting here trying to sell us on the old patience line, while the guy they drafted top 5 is riding the bench. Chris Ballard can talk all day about professionalism, maturity, and learning from Daniel Jones. But here's the truth. If you do not believe enough in your guy to start him in year 3, you don't really believe him at all, period. That is what it is, period. You don't believe him. Guys, the Colts are dumb. They're stupid. They're asinine, asinine. And right now, Anthony Richardson still has some value. Yes, you heard it. He still has some value if he's traded. He's still young. He still has draft pedigree. And there are quarterback needy teams that would give that would give you real assets for him right now. And if you're not going to use him, then move on from him. Get something back in his value tanks. Because every week he rides the bench, every week he's not playing, his stock goes down and down and down again. Instead, the Colts are holding on, pretending like there's some genius long-term plan, while reality, they're just terrified to admit the truth that they reached, they swung, and they missed. Guys, the Colts need to absolutely trade Anthony Richardson right now while they still can. They're scared to admit that they blew it. But the longer they'll wait, the less return they'll get. It's dumb management, plain and simple. Chris Ballard needs to trade him or get fired. Chris Ballard might be the worst general manager in the NFL. He is terrible. So let me ask you, let me throw this guys out here. Let me throw this at you. Should the Colts cut their losses and trade Anthony Richardson right now, or do you think him sitting behind Daniel Jones is actually going to turn into a quarterback they thought they drafted? Guys, comment down below. This is a live interactive show. I want to hear your thoughts and your opinion. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here on said platform. Now, let's get into those comments. Old Man River says, let me be clear. Let me clear my throat, says Old Man River. Says they suck. The Colts are terrible. The Colts are the worst team in the NFL. Nah, they're not the worst team in the NFL. They're the worst ran team in the NFL. And Old Man River, you know something about bad teams. Old Man River is a Lions fan. Old Man River is a Raiders fan. He knows what terrible teams look like. And if he's saying the Colts suck, trust the man. Trust him. The Colts are terrible. Chris Ballard is the worst general manager in the entire NFL. Indianapolis Colts, new ownership. Get him out of town now. Well, not new ownership. Donners, get him out of town. Alpha Rob says, cough drop and cough syrups don't work, Buck. I know. Clearly they don't work. Right? West Philly Black is in the chat. He says, Eagles Super Bowl champions. Too bad they won't repeat. Too bad the Eagles won't repeat. Too bad they go to ride into the sunset. Another one and done. KC proud, baby. Alpha Rob said it actually makes coughing worse and linger longer. I didn't know that. Really? Interesting. Maybe I'll stop the whole cough drop thing. My bad. Let me try that out. Maybe I won't do cough drops tonight or cough syrup. Just sip on some milk. Oh, remember, let's see if the Lions can make a serious run. Philly has a decent squad. Lions aren't going to make a job. Alpha Rob says the Colts can pitch to another team. He's young and tired. He is tired. It's 4th and 1, coach. Take me out. Oh, you need me for this play? No, I'm sorry. Oh, if we get this first down, we're going to win this game and we're going to make the playoffs and the Texans won't? No, I'm still out. But seriously, there are teams out there right now that would probably make a trade for Anthony Richardson. Miami Dolphins. Seattle Seahawks. Now, I understand the Seahawks do have Jalen Milroe, but remember last week, potential bust right there on their hands. Potential bust. Look out, right? Who other teams out there could need a quarterback? The Raiders. What are they going to do with Geno Smith? And I understand they just picked up Kenny Pickett, but you know what? Anthony Richardson would be pretty nice in that system, right? There are other teams out there. Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy, true wild card. What do you know? You don't know, baby, right? There are some teams out there that would give decent value for Anthony Richardson. Cleveland Browns would give probably 2, 3, 4 first-round draft picks for him. Old Member says DJ is going to make a name half-assed, but not name trade Richardson. Listen, we spoke about this about a month ago now, right, guys? I said, hey, if Daniel Jones is a starting quarterback week 1 for the Indianapolis Colts, that ends 2, maybe 3 wins to their overall record, and this makes them a potential playoff team. Guys, the Colts are not a bad team. They have a lot of pieces in place. If everything falls into place, they can make a decent run. 9, 10 wins. Not a reach. Not a reach. So, with Daniel Jones as the quarterback, get Richardson out. Get a first round. Hell, probably won't get a first round pick. Get a second round pick out of him. Get something. And there we go. Salgigo, I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize. But he says Richardson is young. Development of QB. The last thing he needs is a change of a system, coach, and organization, etc. No, that's exactly what he needs. He needs to get the hell out of Indiana. Indianapolis and Anthony Richardson divorced last season when he tapped out versus the Houston Texans. They divorced last season when he decided to become a rapper. They divorced this season yet again. He's like, oh, like my finger or my back hurts or whatever. What don't you understand, brother? Go back and watch the Houston, Texas game. I'm in Indianapolis. I hear what people are saying. I'm on the Indianapolis Colts boards. I see them. They don't like Anthony Richardson. Colts Nation does not like Anthony Richardson. The minute he tapped out on 4th and 1 versus the Houston Texans, they get that first down. They're in field goal range. They win that game. They knock the Texans out of the playoffs. The Colts go to the playoffs. He tapped out because he's tired. He was tired. Quarterbacks don't get tired. Man up. Nobody likes him. Coaches don't like him. Fans are playing. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. Get him out of town now. The only reason why coaches are saying that, yeah, he's learned how to be a professional doing this. They're saying the politically correct things. I've been in coaches' locker rooms. I'm a coach myself right now. You can tell by my voice. You can tell. Yes, I am going to go out to the media on Facebook and say all the right things. I'm going to say, yeah, this kid's working his tail off. He's doing everything right, but things aren't falling his way. But then we go have a coaching meeting. I'm like, this fucking guy sucks. Why are we starting him? Bench his ass. I don't care who he is. That is just the facts. And what else are your options, man? Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is not bad. Daniel Jones is not bad. There's a reason why the Giants signed him to that massive deal. Daniel Jones is not bad. Stop sleeping on the man. I bet you, matter of fact, right here, September 2nd, my wife's birthday, 9:30 East Coast time. Daniel Jones will finish as the top 10 quarterback in the NFL this season. If he plays all 17 games, all 18 weeks, Daniel Jones will finish as the top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Mark it down. Old Man River, Alpha Rob, mark it down. He is coming. There's nothing to be dead about, brother. There's nothing. Come on. Yes. If you have faith in Anthony Richardson, to run this Colts system, then Daniel Jones will be a GOAT in this Colts system. Daniel Jones plays the RPL very, very well. Daniel Jones nickel and dimes down the field very, very well. Daniel Jones is sneakily athletic on the outside as well. He's everything Anthony Richardson wants to be. Daniel Jones is the better version of it. He may not quite have the arm talent that Anthony Richardson flashes, right? But Daniel Jones is smarter. He runs the offense better. And he understands, like, hey, I don't need 80 yards every play. There's 5 there. There's 4 there. Come on, brother. You guys know damn well Daniel Jones is not a bad quarterback. Stop sleeping on the man. Stop sleeping on the man. And Alfred was like, oh, heck no. His own mama don't like him. Are we talking about Anthony Richardson here? Anthony Richardson mama doesn't like him? Probably hates his rap-ass career. Have you guys listened to his rap song? Have you legitimately gone in there and listened to his rap song or his rap album? That's terrible. It's terrible. My Lord. It's like old Darren Waller. Bro, not just because you're black doesn't mean you can rap. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I'm a metalhead, right? It's just stop it. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. But guys, it is time to get into a little cold, hard facts. I don't have the graphic up. Come on, Buck, you're failing at life right now. Cold, hard facts, there we go. Cooking. Now we cooking. That's not what I want. This is what I want. All right, guys, cold, hard facts. Let's find the thing. Let's find some jiggles. All right, guys, so it is time for some cold, hard facts. Every Wednesday, we have this segment. Every Wednesday, there's no sugarcoating. It's just real, undeniable truth about what's going on in the NFL world. We're talking about the cold, hard facts. We're cutting through the noise. We're cutting through what is doing truth, what's happening, and what's for real. No room for debate here, guys. These are the facts that you can take to the bank. So buckle up, because we're about to drop some knowledge. No overreaction, no exaggeration, just pure, cold, hard facts. All right, guys, so the cold, hard fact of the day. Number one, the New York Football Giants are going to shock some people in 2025. Yes, you guys heard me. You guys heard it clear. No need to clear out those ears. Those same Giants that everybody's writing off, that same team that expect to finish that near at the bottom of the NFC East, they're about to flip the script. Guys, Russell Wilson may not be an MVP version that we saw in Seattle, but let's not get it twisted. He's still a usable, pliable quarterback in the NFL. He's smart, he's efficient, and he can still win you tough games. And if Ruff has to slip up, if Father Time finally shows up, guess what? The New York Giants have a quarterback by the name of Jackson Dart. He is waiting in the wings. This kid has the tools, he has the energy, and he has a swagger to step right in and keep that offense moving. Guys, for once, the New York Football Giants actually have a real plan at quarterback. And do not sleep on this defense. This unit will flat out dominate at times this season. They've got the pass rush, they got the secondary, they've got the mindset. They're going to win every game with their defense. They're absolutely going to steal a few. Guys, there's a difference between another losing season and sneaking into the playoff conversation. Now, let's add this with the cherry on top. Guys, the Giants have a fourth place schedule. That means they're not seeing the same heavy hitters week after week after week. They're going to take advantage of that. They're going to pile up wins when other teams stumble. And suddenly, when you look at December, the Giants are going to be right there in the mix. Guys, the cold hard fact is that the Giants are absolutely going to shock some people this season. Russell Wilson is still going to be capable. Jackson Dart being ready, and the defense is going to cause havoc. They have a favorable schedule, and don't be surprised that the New York Giants are playing meaningful football in December. Guys, that is a cold, hard fact. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Are the Giants a real sleeper in 2025? Or am I giving them too much credit? Comment down below. This is a live interactive show. I want to hear your thoughts. Subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com/manhour. Now, this is a live interactive show, so let's go ahead and get in there. Salgurio says, put Jameis the GOAT in there. Oh, Lord. This explains everything. Guys, this guy might be BC Combs' best friend. Because you guys remember about 3-4 years ago, my man BC Combs sat right here next to me before he went mainstream, got big media, ESPN rights, and all that stuff, right? My man sat right here, looked us dead in the eyes and said, Jameis Winston's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. We all kind of looked at him like, what? What? Jameis, the same Jameis Winston that we just saw throw like 30 interceptions? He's like, yeah. Give the man a shot. He's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Backup in New Orleans, backup in Cleveland. Now he's a backup in New York. This man's a GOAT. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Jackson Dart will start over before Jameis Winston. Jackson Dart will come in and start playing meaningful football before Jameis Winston does. That's just what it is. Old Man River says they're going to fall just short of the wild card. Let me ask you this, Old Man River. That would shock some people, wouldn't it? Because I've been on guest on other shows. Giants 3 wins. Giants 4 wins. If they fall just short of the wild card, they're looking at 8-9 wins this season. Would that shock you? Would that follow my cold hard fact? Asking for a friend. Sal says he will make Malik Neighbors a top receiver with 2,000 yards. Whoa, baby. Now, I love me some Malik Neighbors. You guys remember last week or 2 weeks ago when we were talking about top 10 receivers in the NFL? Old Man River says Jerry Jeudy. Sorry, let me collect my thoughts on that one. Jerry Jeudy, top 10 receiver. Get out of here. But Malik Neighbors, he might make a trend to the top 10 receiving this season. And if he breaks 2,000 yards, obviously that's the NFL record. He won't do it with like Jameis, but with Russ or Jackson Dart, look out, baby. And if that happens, if Malik Neighbors gets 2,000 yards, let me take a step back. If Malik Neighbors gets 1,600 yards this season, the Giants are a playoff team. If Malik Neighbors is top 7 in catch yards this season, the Giants are a playoff team. Facts are facts. Someone's sipping on that corn liquor. And ain't nothing wrong with corn liquor, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with corn liquor. But guys, cold hard facts. And now cold hard facts number 2 of the day. Guys, the cold hard fact is that the NFC North is the most wide open division in football. No other division has this much balance. No other division has this much unpredictability. No other division has this much drama waiting to unfold. Guys, the cold hard fact number 2 of the day is the NFC North is the most wide open division in football. So let's go ahead and start off at the top. Let's start with the Detroit Lions, the kings of the North as of right now. They're physical, they're well coached, they're stacked with talent, and Dan Campbell has this group believing that, and you better believe they're a tough out again in 2025. But as good as they are, they're not untouchable. The door is cracked wide open. The door is coaching issue. Let's just be honest. Coaching is the biggest red flag in Detroit right now. And then you have the Green Bay Packers. They just didn't get better. They landed Micah Parsons. And adding him on defense was already solid, and suddenly the Green Bay Packers look scary on that side of the ball. Jordan Love has yet another year under his belt. And with more experience and more weapons, this team is in the mix to win it all. Do not sleep on Green Bay. And then you got the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, J.J. McCarthy finally gets his shot after missing his rookie season, and he is the ultimate wild card. As if this kid pops, the Vikings could surprise everybody. If he struggles, well, they could be back in the basement. But that's exactly what makes Minnesota Vikings so dangerous. Nobody knows which way they're going to swing. Is it a home run or is it a strikeout? And then here come the Chicago Bears. Everybody's counting them out. And that's exactly how they like it. They're playing this underdog role perfectly right now. They're tough, gritty, and physical. They got enough young talent to make life miserable for every team in that division. Do not be shocked if they steal some games and sneak up on some people. Guys, the cold hard fact is that the NFC North is the most wide open division in football. Yes, the Lions are good. The Packers got better, and the Vikings are the true wild card, and the Bears are a dangerous underdog. This division could come down to week 18, and I wouldn't be shocked if any of the 4 walked away with the crown. Those are the cold hard facts. So guys, let me ask you this question down in the comments below. Who do you think wins the NFC North this season? Lions, Packers, Vikings, or Bears? Drop your picks in the comments. This is a live interactive show, and I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Excuse me. Now, next cold hard fact of the day. The final cold, hard fact of the game. Guys, there is no Super Bowl lock in 2025 NFL season. None. Not the Chiefs, not the 49ers, not even the Baltimore Ravens or the Detroit Lions. This year, the field is wide open, and anyone sitting here in September saying they know who's winning the Super Bowl is lying to themselves and lying to you. Guys, the cold hard facts is that anybody in the NFL can win the Super Bowl right now. The 7th seed, the 5th seed, the 2nd seed, the 1st seed, it doesn't matter. But when we talk about the usual suspects, the Chiefs, yeah, they're still the Chiefs. But this isn't the same invincible team that we've been seeing in the past. Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league, but this roster does have some real holes. They are beatable. The 49ers, yes, they got a loaded roster. They've shown us time and time again that can fall apart in the biggest moments. Until they prove they can finish, they're not a lock. The Baltimore Ravens, sure, they got Derrick Henry adds juice, right? Lamar is still Lamar, but we've seen their window slam shut before January even hits. And even teams like Detroit and Green Bay, great rosters, strong coaching, but you're not calling them unstoppable. Guys, that's the beauty of this NFL season. The AFC stacked, the NFC is deeper than it's been in years, and the difference between the top tier and middle tier is smaller than it's ever been. Literally, any given Sunday, any of these favorites can get exposed. And that's the NFL in 2025. In years past, you can circle one team, maybe two, and say, yeah, they're making a Super Bowl run. Not this year. There's no juggernaut. There's no dynasty running away with it. The gap between the top 10 teams and everybody else is razor thin. And that means for the first time in a long time, guys, the playoffs are going to absolute chaos. And that's exactly what this season is must to watch. So, guys, the cold hard fact is that there is no Super Bowl lock in 2025. The season is wide open, and this means by any team gets hot in December could ride a wave all the way to the Lombardi. But what do you guys think? Who is going to win the 2026 NFL Super Bowl? Who is that, quote, Super Bowl lock? Guys, drop your comments down below. This is a live, interactive show. I want to hear your opinion, your thoughts. I want to hear from you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/MedHour. Now, this is a live, interactive show, so get in your comments. Let's get them comments and let's discuss your thoughts. Alpha Rob said the Lions will win the NFC North. Lions are winning the NFC North, says Alpha Rob. And then he says the Buffalo Bills, of course, are winning the Super Bowl. That's tough, baby. That is tough because the Buffalo Bills are... we're going to talk about Josh Allen here pretty quickly. So stay tuned because we're going to talk about Josh Allen pretty quick and about how great those Buffalo Bills are. Like how I use that term loosely. Loosey-goosey, right? But what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to go to the Super Bowl? Because those are the cold, hard facts. But now, it is time to get into a little thing like what they call fact or crap. All right, folks, we're starting to wind down the show. We're not quite done quite yet. It is time for our final segment, fact or crap. Here's the deal. I'm going to throw out some statements, some facts. I'm going to throw out some facts that are floating around the NFL world. And it's up to decide if it's a solid fact or if it's a whole bunch of crap. We're going to separate the truth from the nonsense, cut to the hype, and see what's really worth believing. If it's legit, we're all about it. If it's pure garbage, we're calling it out, baby. But let's go ahead and start off with the man, the myth, the legend. Guys, the first fact or crap of the day. Aaron Rodgers, in his farewell season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, will have his best season to date. Fact or crap? Guys, this is the narrative that's been floating around the NFL. This is the narrative that's been floating around the NFC North trash talk groups. This is the narrative that Aaron Rodgers has in his head. Aaron Rodgers, guys, is 41 years old. He's calling this his last dance, and people are buying into the fairy tale. But let's keep it real. Can Rodgers actually top 4 MVP seasons this stage, or are we just letting the storyline blind us, I should say. Guys, look, I'm going to give you a case for the fact Aaron Rodgers just isn't walking into an empty cupboard, right? The Steelers gave him DK Metcalf. one of the most physical, dominant wide receivers in our league. He's still got Pat Freeman, or Fairmouth, I should say, as reliable safety valve. The run game may not have Najee Harris anymore, but they'll mix and match backs in that behind that offensive line. And above all, Aaron Rodgers has Mike Tomlin and one of the nastiest divas in the NFL backing him up. When you pair Aaron Rodgers' Hall of Fame brain with the strong supporting cast and a coach who knows how to win ugly, you can absolutely see him putting together a monster season. And with that chip on his shoulder, this man thrives on proving people wrong. And you get why some fan thinks he can have an absolute peak season. But on the other side, for the case for the crap of why he will not have his best season to date. Here's the problem. Rodgers' best season ever means better than his MVP years in Green Bay in 2011, 2014, 2020, and 2021. Those seasons weren't just good, they were historic. At 41, it's asking too much to think he's going to suddenly top that. Yes, he's still smart. Yes, his arm is still alive, but the consistency, the durability, and the grind of a 17-game season, that's the reality. He's one hit away from missing time. And while he can still win games, he's not putting up video numbers like he once did. So, guys, I am 100% calling this crap. Aaron Rodgers will be good in 2025. Matter of fact, I even think he'll be really good in 2025. He can't make the Steelers dangerous in the AFC playoff picture. But his best season over? Slow it down, baby. Not a chance. That's already in the books. This farewell run will be memorable, but it won't be his peak. But what do you guys think? Factor crap. Will Aaron Rodgers actually have his best season ever in Pittsburgh, or is this just objectively clouding people's judgment? Comment down below. This is a live interactive show. I want to hear your thoughts. Alpha Rob says, let me clear my throat, Buck. He says crap. Aaron Rodgers is done. Now, Alpha Rob, you're not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan from what I can gather. I don't know your true thoughts about Aaron Rodgers, whether you love him or whether you hate him. It doesn't really matter. Do you still think he would be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, though? Right? Can Aaron Rodgers still be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? He was a top 10 quarterback last season. Now, my eyes test says he was not a top 10 quarterback, but the stats say it, right? And what the stats say goes. Joke there, right? Old member says Rodgers is a one and done. So Aaron Rodgers leads the Steelers to the playoffs. Still a one and done. Nothing new. Nothing new. Old member says, nope, the hype is alive and well. Nope to what? He won't have a great season? Electro Restoration says, crap, did I miss the Cowboys versus Eagles predictions? No way, Rodgers is going to be good. No, Electro Restorations, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're live Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. East Coast time. We're talking about Eagles Cowboys tomorrow. Pretty much the whole first 30 minutes tomorrow will be Eagles Cowboys. So 9 p.m. East Coast time, man, be sure to hit that bell icon and you'll get a notification when we go live. And Alpha Rob says Aaron Rodgers can be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. That's tough, but I agree he can. And if he is, the Steelers win the division. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, baby. All right, guys. So factor crap number 2. Guys, factor crap. Saquon Barkley is the best player in the NFL. Fact or crap? Guys, if you think about it, that's what the NFL Top 100 just told us. Saquon Barkley ranked number 1 overall. But let's pump the brakes for a second. Yes, Saquon Barkley is good. Matter of fact, Saquon Barkley is great. There's no question about it. But is he really the best player in football? Or is it just a popular pick, the trendy pick? Guys, let's be fair. Saquon Barkley is an elite running back. He's powerful, he's explosive, and when he gets rolling, he looks like the best athlete on the field. Defenses have to account for him every snap, and he can change the flow of a game with a big run or a screen pass to the house. He's a leader. his presence in the locker room, his energy on the sideline, that all matters. When you talk about talent plus impact, you see why he's top of the list of the NFL top 100. Guys, running backs don't often get this kind of love anymore. So Saquon sitting at number 1 is a statement about his respect across the league. But here's the cold, hard truth. Barkley is not the best player in the NFL. He needs help to be successful. He needs a good offensive line, balanced passing attack, and the right system around him. Without those, Barkley can get bottled up. Look what happened in New York. Now, compared to the guys like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, these quarterbacks can take a game over all by themselves. Mahomes can drag an offense missing weapons to victory. Josh Allen can turn a broken play into a touchdown. Lamar can wreck your defense with both his legs and his arm. Those guys don't just need help. They are the help. They change games single-handedly, and that's what makes them the true best players in the league. So is it fact or crap that Saquon Barkley is the best player in the NFL, guys? It is crap. Saquon Barkley is an incredible talent. One of the best running backs in the league, no doubt about it. But he's not the best player in the NFL. The crown still belongs to the quarterbacks, a.k.a. Josh Allen. Josh Allen should have been number 1. Josh Allen is the best player in the NFL, period. Over Lamar, over Saquon, over Derrick Henry, over Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen is the best athlete in the NFL. But what do you guys think? Fact or crap? Is Saquon Barkley truly the best player in the NFL? Or is this just top 100 getting it wrong? Comment down below. This is a live interactive show. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Alpha Rob says crap. Crap, crap, crap. Old Man River says crap, baby. Damn, slow it down. No yelling. No yelling. Electro Restoration says position-wise, yes, he is the best position running back. Overall, I don't know about that. So Old Man River or Electro Restoration is saying crap as well. Old Man River says he agrees. You agree with me, Old Man River, or you agree with Electro Restorations? That's the real question. Who do you agree with? Electro Restoration says, I don't know if I agree with Pat, but I can still get behind others. Listen, Electro Restorations, thank you for joining us. But as you can see, I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan, right? Chiefs Kingdom all day long. If anybody tells me that Patrick Mahomes is not a top 5 player in the NFL, you are blinded by hate. Ask Alpha Rob, 13 seconds, man. Patrick Mahomes can take over a game and win a game when he wants to, or like any chance he is given. Josh Allen can do the same thing. Lamar Jackson can do the same thing. Now, Lamar Jackson doesn't do it in January, and that's his biggest flop. Josh Allen does it for one game in January, but then that's his biggest flop. Patrick Mahomes does it repeatedly, year after year after year. Game after game after game. The hate for Patrick Mahomes is so unreal, and I don't understand it. I don't get it. Pablo Mendez says Saquon Barkley is top 100 for sure. He is definitely a top 100 player in the NFL. But is he the best player? Is he number 1, Pablo? Is he number 1? That's the question. Old Member says, we hear the loyalty in your voice about Mahomes. Loyalty or not. Patrick Mahomes is arguably the best, if not one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I say arguably because Josh Allen is right there. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with either quarterback choice. If you say Josh Allen is the best, I'm like, you know what? I can see that. If you say Patrick Mahomes is the best, like, you know what? I can see that. Lamar Jackson, let's not get crazy. He's working his way into the top 5. Might pass Dak Prescott this season. But Patrick Mahomes is the man. Stop sleeping on him, baby. Stop sleeping on him. Patrick Mahomes is catching up to Tom Brady, so he's definitely up there. Now, he's definitely up there with the greatest of like all-time competition or conversation, right? which a lot of that talk is kind of just like bogus, right? Because we need like era GOATs. So we have like 80s with like Joe Montana. We have the 90s with like Steve Young, Troy Aikman, maybe Brett Favre in there. You have 2000s, you have Tom Brady, you know, maybe Aaron Rodgers. 2010, you could probably put Tom Brady up there yet again. And then 2020s, it's been Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, he's definitely in the conversation with some of the elite quarterbacks of history, right? But it is what it is. Electro Restoration says, I can respect you're a Chiefs fan. I'm with them boys, so you know where I lie. I am a closet Cowboys fan as well. Even though we've divorced twice in the last 3 times in the last 2 seasons. But hey, week 1, when the Dallas Cowboys whooped those Eagles' asses, baby. Woo! Is Saquon Barkley number 1 player in the NFL then? Blame social media for putting the negative stigma on Mahomes. Yes, social media, ESPN, Fox, right? Blaming the refs, that type of situation, yes. If social media wasn't around, I feel Patrick Mahomes would definitely not be getting the hate that he gets. Let's just be honest, right? I definitely feel that is very, very true, very, very spot on. But guys, it is time to wrap up today's show. And at the end of the day, I want to wrap things up and take a moment to reflect on everything that we've covered. It's been a wild ride. We've talked about Saquon Barkley. We talked about the New York Giants. We talked about Micah Parsons, a little bit of Indianapolis Colts. We talked about the whole plethora of things. But guys, at the end of the day, let's be real. Everybody needs somebody. None of us are built to go through life alone. We all need that one person who believes in us and don't believe in others, who picks us up when we stumble and who reminds us that we're worth something when everyone else tries to tear us down. And just as much as we need somebody, we also need to be there for someone as well. Love isn't just a word, it's an action. It's patience, it's kindness, it's listening when someone feels unheard. We spend too much time dividing ourselves, comparing ourselves to others, and tearing each other down. What would happen if we flipped that? What if instead of judging, we chose support? Instead of hating, we chose love? This world doesn't get better because of championships, trophies, or headlines. It gets better when we love each other. When we look out for each other, and then when we realize that everyone is fighting the same battles we are. So love your neighbor, love your teammates, love your family, love the people you don't even know, because you never know when they'll be the one light in your darkness. Everybody needs somebody, and everybody needs love. Let's stop making it complicated. Let's just live, give it, and share it, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that truly lasts. With that being said, guys, tune in tomorrow, live, raw, uncut NFL talk right here at 9 p.m. East Coast time on said platform. We out.
Hey, now it's time to take off. Gotta keep it live and raw. Better stay tuned in. Man, our NFL talk. I know that you ready for more. They on the field, ready for war. Who's in the lead? I'm checking the score. We about to do it like never before. NFL live, uncut, raw. This is Man Hour NFL Talk. Let's go.